Hi, welcome to this video today, which is on the 6th of January. It's Sunday. Just going to be looking at a couple of trade setups today. Both include the New Zealand dollar, AUD NZD NZD JPY. And I just want to discuss a very simple entry technique that we use very frequently, and it also helps you define your stop as well, so you've got really good risk to reward when you get in the trade. Now, in relation to the technique, it's just simply just judging sentiment using Bollinger Bands and simple support and resistance to enter the trade. Now, in relation to NZD JPY, we've covered it in previous videos, and it's moved really nicely, up plus 500 pips, but there's more to come. I'm going to update that trade setup. The first one I'm going to do is AUD NZD, because that is shaping up right now. NZD, yeah, we just feel it's the most overbought of all the majors. Been saying this for a couple of weeks. It has fallen on many majors, but not the AUD. I think the AUD now, though, is confirming a big move up on the NZD. So let's go and take a look at the charts, but please do keep in mind, it is my view. As of right now, it can change in line with the market conditions. If you want all our trading techniques, our daily technical analysis of 14 major Forex pairs, you can get limited live access to our member centre on the link beneath this video. Right, AUD NZD.
Right, from the AUD NZD daily chart, just draw my levels in a moment. Now, in terms of this setup, it is very simple, but it can be very effective. This trade setup is just forming, or was just formed. The one in a moment we'll look at. Similar setup, worked really well. I'm hoping this one's going to do as well. Now, in terms of sentiment, we always measure sentiment behind the chart. If you're new to our videos, you don't know what the COT is. It's a simple tool. It's totally free. It comes from the CFTC, and it tells you the positions of two groups in the Forex markets. Now, to learn more about the COT, you can click a video link beneath this one, but I'm just going to explain it very quickly here, how we're using it. Now, speculators, one group that we look at, commercials are the other, they're hedgers, okay, they're smart money. We want the commercials to go aggressively against the speculators. They tend to be right about every major turning point in the market, and once the two groups start going aggressively against them, we'll go with the commercials. Now you can see here, speculators 4.2 to 1 in terms of their short positions over their longs, so very bearish. Commercials 4.8 to 1 longs over shorts, so very bullish. Second biggest divergence in a year. And on the last divergence, or the biggest divergence, it broke heavily in favour of the commercials, or price action did. I'm expecting the same again. Now, put here a note, data from the move below 106. The data comes from as we broke lower here. We've had no data for the last 2 weeks in this sideways action due to the US government shutdown. So hopefully we'll get it back soon. But from my experience of the COT, once the commercials have started aggressively buying, they'll just continue buying, and the specs probably will go against them, and it should break in favour of the commercials. Now, in terms of just explaining Bollinger Bands very quickly for those people who are unfamiliar with them, great tool, 3 bands. This green line here, mid-band, just a simple 20-day moving average, okay? And prices will normally gravitate back to the 20-day moving average. As we're coming down here, for example, we get a oversold, you gravitate back, oversold, gravitate back, okay? Now, the 2 outer bands just measure the volatility. Now, in terms of when you've got low volatility, like here, you can see the candles are very small, the bands are very tight. As we trend, the bands widen out a bit, okay? Now, what we like is in a strong trend, we want to see if a 20-day moving average will hold price action. And it does here. You can see it touches 5 times, drops down, gravitates back 3 times, goes down twice. Another touch there, a few touches here, and a decisive break. Now, if you're looking for a turning point of a big trend, you'll look for the 20-day moving average to snap. And we're looking for a trend change, okay? So this big blue here has now put us long, okay? Now, in terms of, we've only just gone long, there's the major support in our view. This tail is of no interest whatsoever. I'm sure everyone's read about the flash crash. This is just where an order, big order, cannot be matched on the other side and price immediately rebound back. So it's an aberration, not taking that into account. After this sideways action, which you very often get after a big move down, you got the nice big blue, volatile blue candle, decisively taken out the 20-day moving average. Now, we didn't actually come in straight through the 20-day moving average. We let it get through this body here. So we're only just long, okay? And now we're looking for follow through, because what we think will happen is speculators who've got a really big short position are going to start buying back, okay? They push the price too far to the downside, and then we're looking for upside follow through. Now, where could we follow through to? My own view is up to here, because that is a round number. It's 109, okay? And also it's here that the commercials actually sold aggressively against the speculators buying. Commercials push the price all the way down, and then they start to buy back here and keep buying, in my view. And now price is going up, so we should go up towards the 109 level. So how would you play it? Well, you just come in, we open above the 20-day moving average. I think she's a buy. Stop could be back here. You could go behind the round number 104, 103.80, or if you want to be tighter, go at 104.20. Now we've broken, we're looking for follow through. We're looking for the specs to exit. And then you manage the trade, obviously, as it goes, and look to see if we can get up towards the 109 level. Now, in terms of this trade, it's got a 3-to-1 risk to reward on it. Okay. Also, if she does stall or whatever, you got nervous of it, you can always just come out or take half out or whatever. You've got to manage the price action with this one each day, obviously. But I think a lot of speculators will be exiting the market. We've got the commercials on our side. I think we're going up to 109. I really like the look of this trade setup, and I hope it's going to do as well as the next one we're going to look at, is NZD JPY, which is a very, very similar setup to this one. So let's go and take a look at it. Right, we are on the NZD JPY daily chart. Just going to go through the COT net traders positions, which alerted us to this trade setup. I'll just go through the levels in a moment. But in terms of speculators, they were heavily bullish a few weeks back at 6-to-1 in terms of longs over shorts. Commercials go against them, 4.2-to-1 in terms of shorts over longs, and this divergence happened on the move above 77. When we actually came up here, the commercials were heavily long. We got a bounce from the 20, they still stayed long, and then here they get rid of all their longs and go short, and the speculators do the exact opposite, get rid of all their shorts and go heavily long. Now, when we came up to here, we did our video, we were just saying we did not expect 79 to get taken out because weekly resistance and because of this divergence. We actually put in a position straight off the failure here, yeah, of the 78.30. We do not think we can power through 79. So we get one position in, and then we want the snap of the 20, okay? And we want good clearance of the 20, okay? Comes through, but comes back above it, just below it, goes through it, comes back above it, 3 candles above it here, but there's no real motion to the upside. It looks like the buying is exhausted. That is the decisive candle for us. It comes down to the same level as this blue, but it's finishing at the low. So we expect follow through. We'll add in on this candle, get 1 half-hearted go to get back to the 20, and then a nice move to the downside. So, lots of pips from the move, effectively, from our first entry just to here, and we bounced a bit, 530, but we've taken out half our trade down at 72, okay? 1/2 the trade in the bank. We're looking for a lot more downside than this one, though. We're looking for it to go to maybe 68, then possibly even 60. But we want half the trade in the bank. We look like we're going to get a retracement. Ignore this tail here. It's of no relevance whatsoever. You can see a nice fall down, high volatility on the bands. You get some gravitation back towards the 20. So in our second position, what we've done, simply put our stop behind this round number here. It's 74.30. So the second trade, obviously if we're stopped out, we'll have less profit, but you want to hold big trends if you can get them, in my view. So let's have a look at where you could enter if you wish to, if you wanted to come into this as a fresh position. I'm just going to draw a trajectory line in there. If I get my line straight. And you can see we've just come up to it. So I've got resistance here as well to make a double trend line. So if you want to get in fresh, how would you do it? Well, if we get above here, just sell back through 73, okay? If we got through 74 and we were stopped out, okay, we've moved our stop tight to bank a profit, we just come back through 74, the round number, stop behind the 20. What if we don't rally? Round number clearance of 72. I would do 71.70. So well clear of the round number, stop at 74.30. Now it is very simple trade setup. Just using price action, obviously looking at the Bollinger bands. It'll only work though, in my view, if you use the COT net traders positions or another tool to judge sentiment. You need to know what the big money is doing behind the chart for this setup to work. And yeah, the COT net traders positions, anyone can use them. They are totally free, as I've said, and they're well worth looking at if you have not looked at them before. Now, in terms of the two trade setups, you can see how well this one worked. I just feel that the AUD NZD could work really nicely as well. We shall see, but I'll update these setups in another video soon. But that is the video for today. Thank you very much for watching me as usual. Take care. Have a good day.